Greetings, movie fans, and welcome to SMG Movie Talk. And today, I'm going to give you my review for Superman. But before I do, I just want to thank you all for coming on this journey with me. I've wanted to do a YouTube channel for a long time, but finally about a month ago, I decided I'm going to dive in. Even though I don't know what I'm doing, I don't have the equipment I need, but I just decided, hey, if I keep waiting until the right time's never going to come. So I started this channel and I've had a great time so far, just talking with people about movies, jumping on YouTube, sharing my thoughts. It's been a great time so far and I'm excited to see where we go from here. Now I have gotten some new equipment, though I will still film on my phone in one take for a little while yet, because though I do have a computer with editing software, I haven't figured out how to use it yet. I'm not very used to IMAX, and Final Cut software just is very foreign to me. So I've gone through a few tutorials and things like that, and it's been a little difficult to still pick up what I need to do and everything like that. So until I really have a good handle on Final Cut, I'm going to continue to film these in one take on my phone, and we'll just let the quality get better as time goes on. So thank you all for being part of this journey so far. Thank you for those of you who donated to my crowdfunding campaign, who have allowed me to buy some of the equipment I do need to get this channel off the ground. And thank you to those of you who just helped purchase some equipment that I need as well. Anyone who's been any part of that, even if you're just on here liking and commenting and watching my videos, anyone who's been a part of this journey so far, I can't thank you enough. Now, currently I have about 30 subscribers and I want to hit the goal of 100 subscribers. That's my goal to really feel like my channel's starting to take off and we'll get some momentum. So once I do get 100 subscribers, I will release a video of my top 25 favorite films of all time. So if you're interested in seeing that video and learning about my favorite films, then if you could help out just by liking this video, leaving comments, subscribing to the video, heck, maybe sharing it on social media, any of that will help grow this channel, get more subscribers, and just get more engagement in this channel. So again, thank you all for being part of this journey with me so far. I can't wait to see where we go from here. Now, without further ado, let's talk about Superman. So, Superman was released a few weeks ago, shortly before I started this channel. But I didn't have this channel up and running yet, so I'm going back and reviewing some movies that were released this year, but I haven't had the chance to talk about yet. Now, this movie is directed by James Gunn. And when it was first announced that they were making this new Superman movie, it was met with some controversy. Because basically what they wanted to do was reboot the entire DC universe so far. So all the movies we've seen so far, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, the Wonder Woman movies, the Suicide Squad movies, the Aquaman movies, basically all those movies are out the window. They basically are clean slating the entire universe. And some people were happy about that because maybe they weren't fans of where the DC universe were going, and others were not so happy with that because maybe they liked where it was going, or they liked some elements of that. And me personally, I was kind of sitting on the fence between it, because I acknowledge that the DC universe was not where it needs to be. There were a lot of misses within those films. The very first one, which was Man of Steel, I did like a lot. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. I liked that portrayal of Superman. But then it started to spin out of control a little bit after that. You had Batman vs. Superman, which wasn't very good. Justice League, that I wasn't a big fan of. There are a lot of fans of it. I think the biggest problem with that was just the way that they had the Snyder Cut versus the studio cut, where Joss Whedon came in and filmed part of it. There's just a lot of studio interference, so it really derailed that entire movie. From there, you've got the Aquaman films, which first one was solid, second one not so much. The Wonder Woman movies, where the first one was solid, the second one was terrible. Then The Flash, which was okay, had some good elements to it, but because the universe was basically dead by then, it was kind of pointless. So it was definitely apparent that there was a need for a change in the DC universe. And they decided to scrap everything and start over. So here we are with Superman, fresh take on Superman. And it's definitely a different Superman than we've seen really ever before. The way they portrayed Superman was certainly a lot different than Henry Cavill. Maybe a little bit closer to what we expect with Christopher Reeves, but still was a different take. So we've got David Cornsweet, and his Superman had the charm and the charisma you expect out of Superman. He did have a level of confidence about him. There were some elements I wasn't a big fan of, though, where there's sometimes where he felt a little whiny. I won't go into all those details, but there are a few points like where he's asking for Krypto back, or he's being interviewed by Rachel Brosnan's Lois Lane, and they were kind of arguing about something that happened, and just it felt a little too whiny for what I expect out of Superman. But I didn't necessarily hate the portrayal by any means. I think it was a solid portrayal of Superman. As a whole, I did like this movie, but I didn't love it. And I think part of it was because this movie started out with a bit of an exposition dump where it kind of gives you a little bit of a history on Superman, which is fine. They don't want to go into an origin story again. I get it. But the problem I had with it was basically it started out talking about, okay, this is Superman's first loss. He just lost his first battle, and here we go. And it kind of thrusts you into the movie now right after he lost his first battle, where I think it would have been pretty interesting to see that battle and see him lose the battle. Now, you can kind of pick up on the movie as it goes on as far as what happened in the battle and get an idea of how he lost and all that, but I would have liked to see that. I think that would have been much more interesting than just text on a screen talking to us about it. But beyond that, I mean, it was a solid movie. Again, it took a little while to get started, so it had that kind of exposition dump. It talked about that. Then you kind of took a bit to really feel like the movie's picking up a little bit and knowing where the movie's going. So I would say for the first act of the movie, I was kind of thinking, ooh, am I gonna like this movie? And in the end, I did, but at first I wasn't too sure. Now, the other characters in this movie, you've got Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and he quite possibly is the best portrayal of Lex Luthor we've ever seen on screen. I mean, I think of some of the other ones, like Gene Hackman was solid, but this one's better for sure. And then we've got the Jesse Eisenberg debacle, which that was terrible. We'll move on from that. But he played one heck of a Lex Luthor. He had the gravitas you need from Lex Luthor, where he felt menacing, he felt powerful without having the physical strength. So he had the mental fortitude, and he had the followers and the money to really back it up. So he had what you would need out of Lex Luthor to really counter the power of Superman. You had some other really interesting characters in this. You have Green Lantern, you have Hawkgirl, you have Mr. Terrific, and Metamorpho. So some different characters who pop into this movie that play a fairly integral role to the movie. Because this universe, while it's the start of the DC universe, the universe as a whole is a very lived-in, super-powered being-centric world. So there are characters with powers all over in this world. Nothing is new to these people. So when they see a giant kaiju popping up in Metropolis and it's being taken care of by some of these characters, the people of the city, yeah, they might be running and scared, but it's not like they're shocked because they've probably seen this 3 times this week already. So that was an interesting way to take this universe and really kind of kick it off, because now they're not kicking it off with, oh, we got to have this first superhero powered being and then build from there. No, they're kicking it off like this world has been lived in, and it's just teeming with superpowered beings. So that was a neat way to kind of kick this off. There's some other interesting elements. You have Krypto in this, the dog that, he really steals the show on any scene he's in. He's a very, how should I say, he's a dog that doesn't listen very well sometimes, but he's a good dog. So I really like seeing Krypto on screen and thought that was a neat addition to this movie. But in and all, hey, this was a solid movie. It's a good start to the DC universe. I do hope that where the universe goes will help me to appreciate this movie more in retrospect, because I think that some of the elements that they put in this film, where they do have it start off just teeming with super powered beings and all that, while it kind of takes you back a little bit and is a little hard to get used to right away, I think as we live through this universe a little more, I might appreciate this movie more, and I think others might as well. As far as rating this movie, I'd give it a 7.9 out of 10. So solid, not great though. But I think that this universe has a lot of potential from here. Anyways, thank you all for coming out and watching this video and being part of this channel. If you have the chance, please like this video, leave a comment below, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel just to help this channel grow and get more engagement over time. I really appreciate you all being part of this journey with me. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time, be kind to one another. Thank you.